t-shirt courtesy of Star Wars.
Nice. Oh, classic.
Yep.
There's a cooch.
Yeah. Hey. That's always something good to hear.
Oh, yeah. Love seeing a cooch, especially a Disney flavored cooch.
In any variation.
And what does that
What's up,
taste
gentlemen?
like, John? Tell us.
Pirates. Keira Knightley.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Serious. There's a swerve there. Otherwise, it's like sour rum.
I had to
Right?
cover my ass. It was gonna get that could get twisted very quickly.
Yeah, that was not about...
I mean, that also covers Star Wars too. So I mean, that's Carrie Fisher from when I was like 10.
Yeah, fair enough. Where's my camera?
Natalie Portman from when I was 20 some years old.
At any point.
Like oh yeah, I mean yeah. Well, the professional, she may be a little young there, but so was I. So
Uh,
That was
yeah, I
a
was
great
gonna
movie, though.
That's a fantastic movie, but also, yes,
Oh, man.
young. I would go with young.
So good.
ooh, fun.
Oh. So what else you know? How's your weekend?
Good. My son's having a sleepover, so.
And they
And
actually
my
slept?
girlfriend went up north with her family, so it's kind of like I'm like, all right, cool. I hung out in the apartment yesterday and watched soccer all day and played video games. It was actually kind of nice.
That sounds like a terrible day.
I've had worse days.
Yeah.
Watched Borussia Dortmund win. I watched Liverpool win in penalty kicks, and then I watched Chicago go down one with 4 minutes left, tie the game, and then with 3 minutes left, lose the game.
No.
I got a whole fucking new regime, and it feels like the same old fucking team. They have not won in 8 games now. It's, yeah.
That's harsh.
Yep. This was supposed to be the year. The rebrand. The move to Soldier Field. The entire new regime.
Well, there's your first problem. You moved to Soldier Field.
Yeah, well.
I mean, you're not going to
It's
argue that.
down- point. There's no
downtown. Some are
winners there.
tickets that way. Apparently.
Did they have issues selling tickets before?
Just people bitching about it being away from from the city. There's no train access to it.
Oh.
So, city issues that I don't understand coming from a city that has 100,000 people in it, as opposed to a couple million.
I mean, easy peasy, build a train out to Toyota Park. I mean, that's probably that's the simplest answer.
Yeah. Ugh. You know how far that actually is.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Yeah. It's. I don't think a soccer team, an MLS team, nonetheless,
Yeah.
is going to be able to have that in their budget somewhere.
Nonsense, they're all rich. What's up, genius?
Good morning.
Guten Morgen. Que pasa?
Nada, limonada.
Wow.
I feel like we learned that in Spanish class back in high school,
Yeah.
maybe even middle school.
Yeah, that was... Holy crap. That was old.
Brain function weird today.
What the fuck is Toses?
John's learning our game today.
Holy shit. I really hope you guys don't go in this building so I don't have to try and say that word.
Tell us which
Least of
building
our
it is and
worries,
we'll stay away
probably.
from it.
Wink, wink.
ISSTO. No, this is the word. ISSTOSSEFFIFIL.
It's a stuff full.
That's
Easy.
a falafel.
Yeah.
Mephistopheles.
It's a falafel. It's called it's a falafel.
Istos F. Phil. Istosephical?
So the only reason you don't want us to go in it is because you don't want to have to say it.
This place is just going to end up being called Istos.
Perfect. That's all we care about anyway. I won't remember it.
Istosephical. Istoseph.
I tossed a falafel.
I tossed. Yeah.
Ultron says, call it whatever the fuck you want.
We'll
we all
put it
know-
together and.
We all know Voltron's right.
There you go.
Uh,
I thought about moving outside today. It's pretty nice.
That might not be a bad idea.
Like taking the show outside?
Yeah. But,
Taking it on the road.
you know, then the thought of like laptop cords and possible Wi-Fi connection issues
Yeah.
became daunting.
then all of a sudden he's Chris Farley yelling, "Bees, bees, bees!
Save
They're
yourself!
everywhere!"
Yeah. Yeah. That's how that works.
Oh, fuck me.
All right. I know where you live.
No.
See what you did there? You thought it was an offer.
Invitation.
Sounded like an
Bring the
offer.
lube.
No.
I'm like
nope.
going through all the different locations here, and suddenly there's like 2 pages of, oh shit, this has nothing to do. This could happen anywhere. Type thing in the middle of all the location descriptions.
Doug still have his crappy armor on?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And Tika is currently not around.
Correct.
She got diced.
We just got out of a combat, right?
Yep. We just.
At
Yep.
Y23. You fought a what did they fight?
I don't know. Something.
A
I tried-
giant.
Yeah. Something.
Something
I tried
big.
to- Something I tried.
A
to
giant that had 207 hit points.
Yeah.
Ish or exactly?
I think he said exactly.
I think
I
that
think-
was the exact.
I think Norm exactly killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is exactly correct.
It had 7 hit points at the
Uh-huh.
end. I remember that. And Norman did 7 to it. So.
I baseballed his face.
In the face.
Face.
In the face.
Looks like I used my hellish
shit.
rebuke, but other than that, I've got everything around. So
I
Yeah.
think Valine's
I think
gonna.
Valine
want a
was
short
chucking
rest.
spells around, but
Yeah, she may want a short rest. I'm just saying. Oh, she's sitting. Oh yeah, she tossed around some. Her high level shit's gone, but she's got 1 4, 3 3s, 3 4 2s, and 4 1s left. So she's missing her 5, but she's got a 4 there. So. I wish I could force D&D Beyond to not show the mobile version. Cause I got a big fucking monitor here, and I have the room to read everything the way it would all be crammed in there, but they flip it to the mobile and you run it vertical side by side by another window. It's
Oh.
annoying.
yeah, as soon as you split your screen, it'll do that.
Yeah.
Suppose
If that's all I'm gonna get from her, I can pull her up on my iPad separately. That might not be a bad idea. Haha, I will use my iPad after all. Wah, forsooth. Gotta turn it back on though. It was not connecting. I was talking to Norma. I had all kinds of issues. I'm at the apartment this morning because my girlfriend is up north and my son is having a sleepover.
Oh, that sounded not good.
Mm, mm,
What,
juicy.
the burp or the dropping of the iPad on the table?
Leftover
Yes.
pizza from the night before.
Mm.
Oh, come on. What happened?
Sounded like frothy orange juice.
Kick you
No.
up this
Yikes.
There we go.
way. And then I don't need her here, which makes this very helpful. So then I can put this. Oh, hey, look, the Caves of Hunger. Yeah. The ending. I don't need the Caves of Hunger. You're no longer there.
How's everybody feeling today? Are there hit points? Are hit points reasonable for everybody after that?
Valine went down, and then you brought her back up. I think you were the only one who took damage.
I didn't
After
get
that.
touched. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at 76, and some of you might even have temporary hit points.
Yeah.
How, Cooch, how long does that mantle of something or other last for?
That's
This
better.
is the thing you give them temporary hit points and allowed them to run.
Good question. Let me see here.
They should allow you to full screen. I don't know if they can pull this off. Full screen your
There's-
character sheet so it ditches the rest of your browser and all the menu selections in D&D Beyond. Just have a full screen button where it just becomes literally the character sheet on your screen. That'd be kind of cool. All right, cool. Yeah, I can read everything. Good.
There's no indication of a time period, but I'm taking a look at the interwebs right now.
Well, what is this we're asking about?
Temporary hit points last until they're reduced to 0 or you take a rest.
There you go.
I'm good. I mean, I didn't get touched, so nobody wanted to touch me. Oh wait, I take that back. Crixus touched me because I got the hit points.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
fuck.
kind of touched you
Um,
in a really positive way. And you were really feeling it.
And a life-affirming slap on the butt.
Felt so good.
Considering we have a paladin, a cleric, and a ranger, we have probably enough healing if we want to keep moving.
you guys.
Unless I think you were trying to attune to something, which takes a short rest. So
Yeah, I think you guys were short resting.
if you want to attune to the giant glowing ball,
Who's
Yeah.
got that right now?
It's not something
mean,
you pick
it's-
up. It is
it's a
20
50-foot
feet.
ball, I think.
Or yeah, it's
Yeah.
huge. It's what caused
50-foot diameter.
Yeah.
the thing to come around and say,
Oh,
"Hey."
'cause I was thinking
Surprise.
Sandstorm was playing in the background and we were just going to pass it around for a while.
Where the fuck?
The
Welcome
early
back to the
2000s.
late 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
everyone.
Fuck
What
that.
was
That's
that
still
nightclub,
popular today. They
Genius?
play that at an EDM concert today. Crowd goes fucking nuts.
Oh, I
I saw
that's
someone
not-
take Baby Shark and actually take the doot 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 doot.
That does not surprise me either.
It's fucking great. It's amazing. Oh.
Needless to say,
Hello,
I
darkness, my
am
old
not in
friend.
on Baby Shark. That is not my jam.
You're
They're
too
all
cool for Baby Shark, huh?
They're all strung out on PCP and other touchy drugs, so they don't care.
Probably true.
Wow.
Hey,
I'm
Should
trying
we
to.
do a show?
We can try a show. Why not? I'm not anywhere near ready because my setup this morning sucked. But We can go. I have that. I have that. I have her. All right. All right. All right.
Yeah, no show last week. So Kukta never got around happy anniversarying you.
Be 1 year of him coming on?
Wedding anniversary from
Real life things that
many
matter.
years ago.
Real life anniversary.
Real life.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's been a dozen.
Hey, Norm.
Yeah.
What episode is this?
93.
Okay. I know we're getting close to 100.
Yep.
Yeah. We're almost at day 100 also.
Are we gonna hit day 100 on session 100? That would be ironic, don't you think?
Depends on how long until we long rest.
That's not ironic. That's a coincidence.
Shh.
Yeah, I really do think.
I was waiting for somebody to say that. Okay, let's do this, I guess. If we
Yeah, put a slide. I've been waiting for you to point in.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, I wanted to hear what people were saying.
I am so prepped. Oh, shit. I gotta go turn my AC off. I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Well, welcome back to another episode of Two Nerds, One Quest. I am your host and DM, JC Dittmer, here with these three nerds, because math is hard. That's right. You got the white boys bringing the white noise this morning. I like that when I said it, so I got to bring it to the live show. That man flexing and posing there is one Tom M. Norman playing Doug this morning. How are you, buddy?
Nobody gets any whiter than me. Word.
Act.
What word?
White.
White word. What? Yep. That man shaking his head is one Ryan Crixus Kukta. How are you doing this morning, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Fantastic Sunday morning here in Appleton, Wisconsin. So, gonna cut the grass today. Exciting times.
Is that code?
No, he said cut the grass.
Only if I go over to your mom's house. Pay-o.
No, that's mowing the lawn.
Yeah. That last man giving us the that's about what I expect is one Jeff Jacob Williams. How are you doing this morning, buddy?
Hey, you got it first try this time. Good job. It gets more complicated the more characters we create here on our.
Yeah, when this campaign wraps, this can be weird getting used to. Well, I'm getting used to switching names, honestly.
Yeah.
Please don't die.
You got Farley and Spade. You got Snooker and Jan. You got Oscar and Bofides. You got all kinds of stuff going on.
Oh, and I have an idea. I got to talk to you guys after the show. I have an idea.
I love ideas.
So,
I have an idea.
Yeah. Do you
how about a recap? It's a recap.
Great idea.
All right, we started last episode retconning a long rest in the cave entrance to Ythrin, then decided to enter the city. Doug switched armors and decided to do some recon flying around, checking stuff out. We found a lightning stadium and watched a game of chain lightning after Tika stole the ball from them. Then checked out a tower that had a blue light. The upper room had 6 armored statues that were not statues surrounding anvil and hammer. We just kind of left that place alone after Tika set off the door trap and took 46 necrotic. There was a message on the ceiling that said, "First shield thy heart with a wand from the Nether Oak." After that, we left there and headed towards the center where there was a glowing 50-foot crystal ball. Doug attempted to attune to it, but in the process, a giant with a hammer interrupted and attacked us. An epic battle ensued with Valine falling once, and we finished it with a limerick. We wandered around this strange place till a giant invaded our space. Doug tried something novel, commanding it to grovel, and then finished with a mace to its face.
Bravo.
And that is how we ended the last session.
Very nice, very nice. As always. As always.
Classic.
One of the interesting things about running an adventure from a book is sometimes you miss things. So this one's a fairly easy correction, but not. Yeah. Anyways,
It's fairly
You
easy
guys
correction. Party wipe.
Oh, no. Well, it almost. Yeah. Never mind. So you're standing there in front of this large orb. You said you wanted to take a rest to try and attune to this thing, Crixus?
Yeah, I think that makes sense to me.
Yeah, Doug would kind of motion to Crixus and say, clearly it didn't work when I tried. Maybe you'll have better luck in not summoning a giant.
Well, I should turn that volume down because you guys can hear that. Valine's taking her short rest and using up some hit dice. But my dice rolling pick up on the microphone really well.
That's fine.
So.
That sounded like ice in a glass.
It did.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it. I kind of wanted a drink.
Like, are we drinking at 8:30 on a Sunday morning? I mean, I'm not against it.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Oh, cool. When you do a short rest now and you check off your hit dice, it brings up a little thing to roll the dice and then automatically applies that to your hit points.
Nice.
Nice job, D&D Beyond. I like it.
It's that Wizards of the Coast money.
Almost.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Almost. I think, is it like Wednesday this week?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That it switches?
So, Crixus, as you, during the short rest, you try and attune to this, you are walking around it. When you try and walk around it, you bump into something. Like an invisible wall. About halfway around it. Part of it's sticking out into this wall. No, that'd be sticking out into this hole. But this is a wall. It's invisible.
So
You feel along this wall.
Yeah.
To try and see where it is. It runs all the way up to the surface, almost to the surface of this large ball, and then is keeping you about a foot away from it.
I knock on it.
Do you have to be touching it to attune to it?
I believe so. In this case, whatever this wall is preventing him from attuning to it.
I take my hand axe to it and like rap on it. See what
what does this thing do?
That's always a
creates
good.
any
Poking
damage.
at it. Does it do anything if you start poking at it? How much do are you just like tapping at it with the axe, or?
I'm just trying to assess. Is it material? Can it be damaged? Is it?
It seems magical.
Mhm.
Do you have detect magic? Otherwise, I can.
do.
I do.
It seems like we all have detect. But
Is someone gonna use detect magic?
I'm not gonna. I'm just banging on it.
How hard?
Boop, boop,
Boop, boop.
boop, boop. Boop, boop. It's like I'm
You
trying
walk-
to find the stud of a wall.
Yeah, and you go all the way along. Eventually, you come around and see Doug sitting there. You think he might have found the stud, and then you realize that this wall actually encompasses the tower as well. About a foot off of this tower here. As high as you can reach, and you think this may actually extend all the way up this tower.
If it's only a foot wide, I don't think Misty stepping into a 1 foot space is a safe bet.
There is
Can't
space on the other side,
Misty step into
Just
the
saying.
abyss.
but do you want to try and Misty step through a magical wall?
Mm, not really.
No? Okay.
Oh, here he goes. Creepy music.
I mean, it would be
Ancient door
fun
would be
if you
cool.
wanted to. You can see there's space underneath this building. It's the like pillars down there are almost like legs that go all the way around, and you can see through to the other side. But yeah, this invisible magic wall seems to be keeping you out and away from this orb.
All right, can Crixus look at Valine and say, "Can you dispel this magic, lass?"
She walks over to it and let's see, what does she have? What does she have that she could do? Oh, she takes her mage hand and does she do mage hand? Yeah, mage hand's a cantrip. Yeah, she takes her mage hand, she starts poking at it, and run her mage hand as far away as it can, and she sees it. Here.
Can she make the mage hand appear on the inside?
I can try. She dismisses it and tries to summon it on the inside, and there is an impact in the wall, like something hit it and radiates out from it and then dissipates, and a voice calls out in your head. It says, "To enter the tower, you must complete the rite of the arcane octad. None who do not complete this rite shall enter."
I look at the professor.
Seems like some sort of ritual. I can figure out. Hang on a minute, I'll be back. He carries himself upward and up the tower, and he comes back after about 10 minutes. Yeah, it goes all the way to the top. There may be no getting in here without this rite. I don't know what this rite is, though.
All right.
I heard the word octad. Is that like 8?
You would be correct.
8 tads. We need to find 8 tads.
Can you read it one more time?
Oh, to enter the tower, one must complete the rite of the arcane octad. None shall enter who do not complete this rite. It's not read. I'm remembering what I said. You know, you do things sometimes and you miss words. You gotta do some stuff to rejigger things. So.
All right.
Now it's canon. We wrote it down. Well, I wrote it down.
All right. So
Remember
we've got to
that.
find
Important.
8 guys named Tad.
Show title.
And find
8 guys
So-
named Tad.
They're very
We've gotta-
young slod.
All right. Well, we've got to go exploring. So
So it's a disc.
does that map
Clockwise or
look like?
counterclockwise?
So I'm gonna go out into the open and take flight again, and look around to see if I see like 8 towers that look, like 8 things that look the same. That kind of like a fetch quest where you have to go and light a spire or a pyre or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, in the last tower we went in, it said first shield thy heart with a wand from the nether oak.
Yeah, there aren't 8 of anything. Do you count 8 of anything? I'm
No,
looking at
I
the
was
map
looking
going,
at
I
it.
don't
I
think
mean-
anything specifically looks like 8 of anything.
Nope.
No, there's like 6 city sections. It looks like 6 major ovals.
And a park.
Well,
You're standing between Y23 and T29, so where would you like to go?
Why 29? You mean?
Y23 and T. Oh, is it Y29? Yeah,
Yeah.
Y29.
I don't
Sorry,
think
I
there's
zoomed
any
out.
T's.
I zoomed out, sorry.
Well, let's head over to Y22 then, up in that region.
Y22.
So we'll just kind of
Past Y.
continue around.
All right.
So yeah, we'll head east around the tower.
We didn't do anything in Y29 at all. We only went Y3 and Y4 on the way to the center.
Yeah, while you are walking, could one of you roll a d20 for me?
Genius.
There you go.
Sure.
He's lucky.
Pink fuzzy goodness. Here we go.
He's lucky. Gotta find the chart now, though.
Did it roll? There it goes.
I apologize.
Took a while. 15.
It shouldn't be a d20. It should be, well, what's 15 times 5? That's 60?
75.
Would you like a
Oh,
100?
75. Yeah, go ahead, give me 100. Give me 100. That'll be better. It was supposed to be a d100. My bad.
16.
16. One better. Yeah, you walk over without issue. That's nice.
Yay.
Yeah, you do hear stuff moving in the distance. The footfalls of large creatures, such as what you saw and fought before. Moving towards Y22 in the distance. As I scroll down to Y22, this place is fucking huge. This obsidian tower shrouded in gossamer mist soars before you. There are eyes carved into its stonework that appear to watch you as you approach. In the highest window of this tower, there's a purple light that is glowing from it.
Since Doug is flying, he's just gonna peek in through that window.
Are you just gonna pop your head in, or are you gonna look in stealthily?
No, I'll do
or-
this. I'll do what I did last time, and I'll just kind of put my eye like to the corner and see what I can see. Trying not to, do jumping jacks in front of it.
The interesting thing is you're
Floating
flapping
jacks.
wings to fly, so I don't know how stealthy you could actually be.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to be like stealth.
You just don't
I'm
want to put yourself in.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Don't. Hey, I'm here.
Yeah,
Just kind of peeking in. Okay.
I'm just not dangling bird feathers in front of the window.
I will say
If
you're
you
smart
get my
enough, and there's handholds that you can land just below the window and kind of crawl up to look in. That makes sense. And you do hear wings flapping in the distance too, so wings flapping is not completely unheard of in the city. Peeking in the window, it's best guess it's about 30 feet square. There's wall sconces on the far wall that you can see with purple fire in them. Seem to burn there for a while. Or do you speak Draconic?
Do I? That's a great question.
I do.
I do
don't
not.
think you do. You do
Nope,
not.
I
But
do
you
not.
recognize the writing because it looks similar to what was in the first tower. What Jacob could read. And there is a Draconic script written on the walls.
Do I notice any type of treasure or books or altars, kind of like the other tower? Does it look the same as the other tower on the inside with the guards?
It's similar. There isn't any guards in here. Yeah, it looks just like a plain room with a draconic script on it. There's a small altar in the middle, but there's nothing on it like there was in the last room or the last tower.
All right, I'm gonna float
Is,
down by the
is
rest
the
of the
window?
team. Oh, go ahead.
Does the window have glass on it, or is it just an opening?
It's just an open window. It looks like there might have been glass on it at one point, but it's been broken away and like there's shattered pieces on the inside. And
Well, if I don't see anything, I'm gonna go in. Well, actually, I'm gonna float down to the team and let them know what I see. And tell them that there's some script on the wall. I just don't know what it means. I mean, we should probably go in and find out, because
ground crew, you can see the entrance to it. The door is laying on the ground. It's not even connected to the hinges. It's been pushed in and laying on the ground inside.
You would say the door is ajar?
No, it's a door, but it's laying on the ground.
So noted.
I can investigate it, look for traps or.
I mean, do you need to?
That'd be something
I mean,
that we'd suggest.
something. I think something blew the door off. Maybe 25.
25. You do not believe it's trapped.
All right.
The door looks like it was investigating it. It looks like something smashed it in when the door was in better condition. It's been laying there quite a while. You think if you step on it, it may give way and break. It's like propped up against some other rubble in the room. But yeah, it was broken off its hinges. The hinges on the door frame are just completely torn away.
I'm gonna fly back up to the window and perch on the window looking in.
All right.
All right. I'll go in then. And how high?
How high?
How high to that room?
Similar to the last one, whatever that was, 40 feet. It's almost like it's the and you walking in, you go, oh wow, yeah, this is very similar to the last one. You start walking in and you know your way around. You up the stairs and stuff. You make you guys do. I assume all of you go. You make your way up to the top of the tower.
Yeah, I'll go in second, followed by the professor, and Valine is like peeking in and
you get to the top of the tower, and there's the door, and it's unlocked. You push it open, and there's the purple light pours from the room over you. Jacob walking in, you see draconic script on the wall.
Can we tell where the purple aura is coming from?
The purple light's coming from the flame itself. Valine looks at it and says, oh yeah, there's continual flame spells. Why they chose purple, though, I have no idea.
It's because it's pretty.
Purple.
Vikings fans. All right, I will attempt to read the script.
The script, as you look at it, it says, 6th, show thy face to the sky.
I'm assuming you would read this to us out loud, Senior.
Yeah.
Senior character, I can't think of your name right now.
Jacob.
Jacob.
You can just call me the kid.
I was gonna call you Doc.
Close. Yeah, I would read it and make sure I got the translation right, and then I would speak it to them.
All right. So it sounds like, and as I'm perching here, I'm just kind of tapping my face with my wing, not my hand, but my wings out, and I'm tapping myself, kind of like a thoughtful habit. So we need to find 8 of these towers that have sayings, and then do them in order as to what they say. And I'm assuming maybe we do it right next to the orb?
Maybe. I mean, sky is relative down here. We're kind of in a cave, but I'm still not sure what the nether oak is. from the first one.
Have you checked your pants?
Hmm. This Doug character, he's quite the comedian.
John, can I detect magic in this room? Anything else besides the runes and the flame?
You have detect magic. You cast it.
I do, sir.
All right, you cast detect magic. The entire fucking room lights up. There's illusionary magic all around you.
Huh. When is a room not a room?
It seems to be on the walls in particularly. Like from the top of the wall to the bottom of the wall.
Would you say from the windows to the
To
wall?
the walls. Yep. It is not warm enough for you to sweat in here, so I don't know what that next line is.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I was waiting. You ruined it, John. I was
And,
hoping he was gonna start singing.
That's interesting. Do you tell us, or you? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I say, gentlemen, my detection of magic identifies there's illusion all around us. I don't know that we are seeing what the room is truly like.
And he says this, and then in the stillness after he says it, you all hear just a faint.
I don't like them apples, Will.
No. Someone throw something at a wall. Something you don't care about.
Yeah, I mean, now that we know about it, is there anything we can actually do about it?
You gonna throw something at the wall, Jacob?
Look if I have anything. I don't have a lot of items actually. I got a hammer. I will. No, I have 10 pitons. I will throw one of them. I'll dig in my backpack and throw one towards a wall.
Okay. Who sees what Jacob is doing?
I would see everything because I'm in the window looking into the room.
Yeah.
I see all.
Jacob, you throw the piton at the wall, and when it hits the wall, it is subtle, but you notice it because you can read Draconic. The words change. And the illusion fades, and the Draconic reads, "Sixth, hide thyself behind a mask."
Whoa.
And in that moment, you guys hear a string of foreign words that sound mildly frustrated. And then
In common?
No. Foreign. You guys don't recognize it. The only one that might would be Valine or...
Did you say common or uncommon? Undercommon?
No, he said common. He asked common.
Oh.
I said
You got
asked.
undercommon, right?
Yeah, I know undercommon.
It's some form of magical language. Valine says.
Don't. Well, that was a good call there, Crixus.
Detecting magic is fun. All right, so if we search the room with the illusions dropped, is there anything else of interest in this room?
No, you get the idea that this illusion and the voice and whatever, something was trying to trick you. This seems to be the wall, the actual step that you need.
So do we need to go back to that first tower?
I thought.
Possibly.
There's also another illusion that you're picking up on illusory magic. Crixus on the outside of the tower.
All right. I'm ready to exit the tower then,
Yeah.
unless they're level up, and go back down and out.
Yep.
Moving down and out of this chamber, on the walls of the chamber where the eyes were, you can tell that the eyes following you was an illusion. Illusory magic.
Mm.
Feel better now. All right. So I'll let the team know that the towers may not be what they seem. This might be the way that we solve this mystery today.
All right. Well, we have a plan. Well, we have a goal. We don't have a plan, but we have a goal.
So Doug
So we
is in flight, and there's a tower that we missed. Y26, because we just went around to Y22, and so now I'm looking for taller towers like that, and that would be the first one I would spot, because it, if I was in the window.
Y26. You fly towards Y26.
So yeah, I would fly towards Y26 to peek in that window to see if it, because if I can peek in windows and give everybody like, yep, this is a tower. Nope, it's not a tower.
Mm-hmm.
There's a faint light shining from this window of this. This tower, there are hairline cracks as you approach it that creep up the walls. It almost looks like ivy as you get closer to it. Looking in the window,
Like this.
there are like sculpted impressions on the walls. Like these humanoid forms are pushing out of the stone. Like clawing hands and like howling faces, almost like someone was like the tower might have been built out of people turned to stone.
The tower's
Like,
made of people.
All right. I'll check the door while he's checking the window.
Okay, give me half a second here, because it takes you guys a little bit to walk
Yeah.
there. There's a lot of places here I've read them all, but I gotta remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say that this is a safe assumption that this is one we need to go into. And so, because I would fly faster straight, I think, from window to window than they would. So I'd probably, wave my arms while I'm floating out, outside of window shot. And
Yep. Definitely call attention to yourself.
Make a perception check, Doug,
over here.
as you were looking in there, because you asked if there was anything else in there.
I'm open.
I'm here. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Open. Give me the ball.
I'm picturing the the Ace Ventura when he's wearing the tutu. Over here.
I'm picturing three amigos, and you're going, look up here, look up here, look up here, and they're just not paying attention.
Yes, that's better. Yep.
Start doing all the bird calls you can do that you know.
Look up. 5
perception check
for perception. 5. A solid 5.
Yeah, there's people pushing out of the walls, and you're trying to get their attention down there, and they see you, they're watching you, so it's not as hard as three amigos.
All right. Checking the door, 25 for investigation. I love a plus 11.
That's actually pretty freaking amazing. There is nothing at the door. This door is not it. The 25, it's not connected to its hinges. Like, its hinges broke, but the door didn't fall in.
Huh.
You think the door is being held by the frame of the building's kind of crooked.
Is the window
All right.
open like the last one, or do I have to go through the door?
This one's shattered out completely.
All right, so I'm gonna perch in the window.
Perching in the window, you perch in there. The room is unsettling. It's creepy. It looks like people trying to escape hell into this room from the walls. In the corner, there's actually a statue. It looks like a wizard or something that was like casting a spell or something.
This doesn't feel safe. Can I also do? I don't know what check it would be. Again, wish I was Doc this time. To see like the cracks in the tower. Does it look stable, or like it's gonna hold the weight of people?
With the 25, you think it would. The cracks look like they formed, but then have settled since then.
Okay. I will attempt to open the door or pull the door out of the frame or whatever.
Okay, I need a strength check from you to get the door open.
I'm not good at those.
Where's your 25 now, buddy?
Yeah, there it is. 2 minus 1. I'm gonna need some muscle over here.
You're watching Jacob. He's yanking on his door, just trying to get it open. Nope.
I grabbed the doorknob and it came off.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's classic.
God, that couldn't have gone better.
I mean, I'll go over and give it a shot.
All right, go ahead. Strength check. I'll even give you advantage because Jacob's embarrassed and he's assisting you.
All right, I'll take that advantage then. 19.
19. Are you pushing or pulling? I'm probably
I'm
pushing at this point because he pulled the doorknob off.
Yeah, there's probably no other way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Bracing my entire body in.
It gives and falls very suddenly. I need a dexterity saving throw from the two of you to not trip over each other as the door falls in.
Good luck with that. Ooh, saving
I'm
throw,
okay
you
on
said?
those.
Yeah.
Disregard
Stay that way. Oh, okay. That's okay. 21.
3.
3. Crixus, you fall. You take a point of bludgeoning
Crixus
damage
goes
as
down
you
with
hit the door.
Crixus goes down with the door.
Yep, and Jacob jumps over him. There's a bang that kind of echoes up through the tower, and it gets very quiet as you sit and listen.
I would
Like
jump.
the city seems to quiet down for a second.
I'd launch myself back out the window,
Okay.
so I could look down.
You see you see Valine going like this, shaking her head. And she waves up at you, just getting nodding and going, "We're good."
All right, I'm gonna give her a thumbs up and go back into the.
The entirety of Ythrin knows where we are now.
With his blasting and his howling, it's a wonder the whole station doesn't know where we are. Let's see. So,
Does this tower look similar on the inside to the other ones?
these statues are on it. It is literally like someone poured concrete over people and then put like a magical barrier that they could push against, and they froze there. And then they took that and lifted that up and made a wall for this tower. It's what the inside of this tower looks like the whole way up. It's unsettling as you're looking at it. And there are parts of it that where like the cracks have gone, where someone's face is like and slid off, and there's a lot of the further up you go the tower, the more you're starting to wonder if this is entirely stable. There is no signs of it shifting or creaking or being loose, but the amount of cracks in the walls, you gotta wonder. You get to the top,
All right.
the door up here is gone completely. You see Doug perched in the window. And on the far side of the room, there is a statue that looks like it was thrown against the wall. You realize this because the draconic writing on the walls, Jacob, as you start reading, it says, "Eighth, stand firm in thy circle of death and consume," and then there's a shattered spot on the wall just above where the statue is laying.
Say it one more time. Eighth,
Eighth,
stand firm.
stand firm in thy circle of death and consume, and there's a word missing.
I look at Valine and say, "Do you detect any illusions in this room?"
Let's see.
Anyone have
Detect magic.
prestidigitation to see if they can
Jeez.
clean up the...
Casting detect magic.
I mean, I do have prestidigitation. Do you think that's what it would take to?
There
Put
are
the ball back?
no.
the word that we can't read? It looks like it's covered in stuff, or like it's just completely missing, blown off.
It's missing, blown off. Valine walks over and she's looking, and it's just a bunch of rocks below. There's no like. It looks like the statue was thrown against the wall and took the chunk out, and it shattered.
So, yeah, prestidigitation
find
would
words.
probably be. I mean, there's a lot of things we can consume. Like, I didn't bring any sandwiches, so that's off the table. I mean, the cookies are. I mean, do you still have the bag of holding with the cookies?
Yeah, I think the
Let's see.
cookies turned to ice.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. We got a couple pairs.
True.
Yeah, all I have is things left.
All right. And there's no pieces big enough on the floor that could have letters.
No.
We see. I'd say maybe don't touch anything because something turned that guy to stone, or
At that
Me.
moment, Valine drops one of the rocks in her hand.
Okay.
Too late.
She was changed. She's not a statue. I can see that. She was hit by my best guess is some form of transmutation magic. If I were to guess, I would say a like true polymorph or something.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well, so we have the 6th. Or wait,
This was
which
number
one was
8.
this?
This is eighth.
8.
This
There's
is
the
eighth.
first and
We
the
have all of
sixth.
it except
This
for.
is the 8th.
Missing one word.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a way we
We're
could
gonna get.
fix the stone.
And anyone have mending?
I wish I did. I knew that would come back to bite me someday. I never actually
have
learned that
mending.
spell.
You do.
Yeah, this spell repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch. As long as the break or tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, I mend it.
All right. Well, I guess start looking for pieces that might fit the damage. And
I mean, it's a cantrip, right? So I'll
yeah.
do my best.
How much time do you spend there mending?
Well, I mean, I think first we want to see if it's actually working. So
1 hour.
Yeah. You start piecing it together the first time you cast it. Valine starts grabbing the pieces and holding them up to the wall to just improve the efficiency of it. And slowly over the course of the hour, you letters start assembling. After about 10 minutes, you can see the letter P.
Doug is going
After
to
another-
do guard duty and kind of fly around the top of the tower.
Okay. Flying around the tower, you do see other things flying in the distance. Being up as high as you are, you can see stuff walking. After another 10 minutes, you get the word O, or the letter O. Doug, there's a moment where one of these large creatures you fought walks below the base of the tower. He doesn't look up to see you, almost as if wings flapping are a normal thing. And you do see stuff with wings in the distance. Not feathery wings, but like skin style wings. And you guys uncover the letter I. And Doug, you peek back in, and about the time they find the letter S, go back to.
And those are
out.
in order, like beginning to end. Not
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how
over the next
yeah
20 minutes, you confirm the letters O and N, and then a period. So the word that was missing is poison.
Trix is coming through with the mending. Got some lucky spells.
The unsettling realization that you may need to drink poison.
All right. So does anybody have
all of your
poison?
consciousness?
I'll have to find some poison then, apparently.
We've got some shot of the Phoenix.
Hair of the dog. Now you're messing with her.
Oh, we've got so
now you're messing with a zombie.
We do have a vial of snake bite. I see that that's in the bag of holding.
All right, who's gonna drink the? Is that the one that makes you shit your pants?
Well,
no,
the shot of the Phoenix is.
The Phoenix.
Yeah, what was the snake? The snake bite. Which one was? Was that just the really strong? No, that was the.
I won't remember where we got.
No,
that.
Dragon's blood was the strong one. I don't remember
Dragon's
what the snake
blood's
bite
the strong
is.
one. Dragon's blood's mine. Shot of the Phoenix was Scott's.
Was that the snake bite? Because we, or did we have actually
snake bite?
Snake bite originally.
I might have to check. I can check Aaronon's notes because I think I put that in there.
I'll figure that out later.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
Either way, it's an alcohol. It may be considered a poison. I don't know. You'd be taking a chance.
Well,
you're not sure.
We've got a whole city to search.
Is actually poison. Yeah. Yes, you do. And a very old and evil city too.
Well,
not necessarily.
Seems like we're doing well if we've got 3 out of 8.
Where
found.
Would you like to go?
I am going to.
Do you want to go?
I would.
24 seems reasonable. We wouldn't come through this area again.
Yeah, do we want to kind of clear out anything on this end? Is the area inside the ovals, is that more just looks kind of more like living city quarters, or what does that look like in the larger ovals?
Yeah. The larger ovals, it is buildings. You're correct. It is the living area. It's the areas between the ovals are like large thoroughfares for looks like transportation primarily, and you walk in to these ovals, and that would be where your shops are, and the only towers that seem to be in these large thoroughfares are these magical ones for some reason.
Doug is gonna check out Y27 since we're right there, so I'm gonna go a little bit south to that boot-looking one. The boot with the heart ventricles.
It's really funny because the description in the book is this enormous boot-shaped structure. It's capped with 3 pipes that they kind of resemble the arteries of a titanic heart. There are tall doors that are open to the structure's dark interior. If you swing around it, you come around, and there is draconic script on the outside on it. But it's like a large, like a 4 foot by 3 foot chunk of paper that's just kind of plastered out alongside the door. This is yeah, it's make a history check.
History check, huh?
I only have a +2.
Do you guys
Is this-
follow? Do you follow Doug over to this place?
Yeah, there was nothing else in the room that we needed to look at.
Okay, Doug, you're standing on the steps outside this door, looking at this piece of poster when the rest of the group walks up. Crixus, you recognize this instantly. You can't read the writing, but the poster it's The Dark Between the Stars. It's a legendary piece of music. And it's performed all over the place. In your bardic knowledge, you understand it's a massive production, many instruments, and it fantastic magic light show that goes along with it. It's known all across the world to any bard that would see it.
Kind of absent-mindedly, can I get out my my lutes and just kind of play something that I recollect from?
Oh, sure, make
that.
a performance check.
By the way, for those playing along at home, I got a 2 on my history check.
Yeah, Doug has no clue what this is.
23 on my performance check.
Doug's about to find out what this is. Crixus kind of breaks into song. I'm thinking a little bit like what song is running through my head right now?
Nice.
Nice. We Won't Be Fooled Again. by The Who is what's going through my head right now. And it's Crixus. He's just over there, just kind of.
I'm gonna do the Roger Daltrey.
Yeah. Because even Doug recognizes that song.
I'm gonna throw up the devil horns, both hands, just.
The devil feathers.
Yep.
We've all been in the pub while that song's playing, so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm actually
Jacob's
windmilling.
Jacob's never heard it before because he's from
He's not from
Eberron, so
here.
he's
Jacob's a little beside
it.
himself right now. Valine starts explaining to Jacob a little bit. This is a world-renowned song.
All right.
From the show.
So the Draconic, then reading it just basically says what it should.
It says
it's expected to say.
Experience the Netherese Esoteric Orchestra's masterwork, The Dark Between the Stars.
So that's been around for a while.
Oh yeah.
So, Doug. So I would ask Crixus. So this is. What do you think this place is then? Like a musical hall?
Yeah, could be a music hall, some sort of larger pub area. I suggest we go inside and take a look.
All right. Yeah.
All right. You said it was open doors or open entryway.
Yep.
All right. I'll just investigate as we walk in. Just make sure there's nothing hiding in our 24, because investigation is awesome.
There's nothing hiding, but as you enter, it is a grand foyer. Think of the PAC or the Widener Center. Massive, opulent chandeliers, some of them strewn across the floor that have fell. There's nobody in the foyer area, though. In the house.
I'm gonna go deeper. I'm gonna just kind of see if there's an actual stage, like follow
There's a
through.
couple of. Are you looking for a stage door, or are you looking for a door into the?
Just a door into the main auditorium area.
Okay, yeah. And you find you see them. There's 4 of them that you can see that lead into the main auditorium. Some of them kind of shifted. The further when you walk over and the one door's kind of hanging there, and you kind of take it and you push it in. It's dark in there.
How dark are we talking? Like pitch black dark, or?
Yeah. Like there should be something lighting the stage maybe, but it isn't, so it's dark.
All right,
Looking,
can I
Doug,
touch?
as you push that door open, you have just enough light to see the seat, the first row of seats by the door there, and there is a skeleton sitting in one of those seats.
Oh.
Gross. All right, can I actually, since I've got my loot out, I might as well make use of it. And can I cast light on my loot?
Yep. You cast light on your loot. How much light does that give you again?
20-foot
That's
radius.
20
And
foot
dim
radius.
light for another 20 feet.
Stepping in alongside Doug with your illuminated loot, you light up. They're not skeletons, they're bodies, frozen in time, dried out and emaciated. But all of them seem to be focused towards the stage. That's just out of your vision.
Crixus, follow me to the stage. I want to see what's going on here.
Sure.
Walking down the stage, there is ice all over the floor and crystal shards of fallen chandeliers. The audience, they're frozen in rapturous adulation of what's on the stage. You get to the stage and you see the first couple of musicians, and they're slumped over their broken, shattered instruments. The conductor is leaning with his baton on his lectern, like he was in the middle of conducting the orchestra when the city fell.
Crixus, it's like they were flash frozen.
Is odd indeed. Combination of the stoppage of time and the cold seems to have frozen them in this posture.
Do you think this is the Ice Maiden? Could she have done this?
Perhaps her influence is at play here.
Make a perception check, the 3 of you. I'll make one for Valine.
God damn it, quit rolling ones.
I rolled a 2 plus 2.
Oh, Valine might know.
Valine's looking, and she, as Doug and Crixus are talking, but Valine gently elbows you, Jacob, and motions her head to the stage, and you see with your approach, not the bodies, but the spirits of the musicians sit upright and hold ghostly instruments, looking to the 4 of you. And on the lectern, next to the body, is a ethereal baton. They all look at you expectantly.
Yeah, I'll mention to Crixus and Doug. Guys, I don't think we're alone here.
You guys look, the whole band is sitting upright, very proper, like the beginning of a concert, watching you guys like you're the conductor.
Would I notice the conductor sticky thing then?
It's pointed out to you, yeah.
I would give it to, I would hand it over to Crixus and say,
Yeah.
do your thing, man.
Do you take the physical one out of the conductor's hand? Or do you
I had a 1
reach
on my
for the
perception.
ethereal one?
I had a 1 on my perception.
Oh, then you'd take the physical one.
Yeah.
Out of the conductor's hand. In the moment you grab it, you guys notice the ethereal one jump to it and almost overlay itself on the top of it, making the two things one. And in that moment, all of you hear the tuning of instruments as the ghosts start they're tuning their instruments and getting ready to play. Doug, you walk over and you hand the baton to Crixus. You're the one that knows about music here.
Just do your thing, man.
Crixus is very familiar with the songs, so I assume he would be able to lead the tempo.
You get up on the podium and conduct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
Go
would.
ahead.
I think Jacob would take Valine and go stand by the door just in case something bad happens.
I'll
But,
hand my loot to Doug, so
All right.
that I can see what's going on here.
Yeah, I'll take that shit.
You go step up on the lectern next to the body, and it kind of, when you step up there, it unsettles the podium just enough that it, and there's a crash of bones and dry clothing, and the tails of his tuxedo go sideways, and he ends up laying there. None of the ethereal spirits pay any mind to the fact that even happened. They're tuning and rapping, and you get up there, and the second you get on the podium, they all turn and look to you. They stop their tuning, the music stops, the sounds of the instruments, and they look to you, Crixus. You make a performance check at advantage if you are going to conduct them.
Oh, well that's pretty good for me. $23.
All right. You start conducting them, and the orchestra launches into this beautiful, haunting performance of The Dark Between the Stars. I need a second check a minute later as you continue conducting. Again, at advantage.
$24.
Excellent.
Getting better.
Find your
Everyone
groove.
suddenly
I love the
hearing the
lasso.
music, you feel a falling sensation in the pit of your stomachs. Almost something tells you that you're reliving the audience's experience as Ythrin plunged downward. And as the song reaches its crescendo, I need a third and final check.
$18.
The crescendo happens. It's gorgeous, it's powerful, it's amazing. And Jacob and the rest of you watching Crixus do this, there is suddenly the rap, the tie-off hits, and there's a brief moment before there's an eruption of applause, and every spirit sitting watching the show stands up, clapping, applauding, cheering this magnificent performance. And as The applause fades away. So does the band. So does the audience, leaving behind only the physical remains of them. The last thing you see is the band bowing to the audience. Crixus, you have inspiration.
Nice.
Cool.
I needed inspiration.
Well, you definitely earned it.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware, I can go violently wrong as well.
Oh, good. I figured.
Nice job, Crixus.
It happened to be my strongest attribute, so performance checks are my best checks. So.
Okay, we seem to be pretty well balanced right now with our party.
A character that knows the dark between the stars gains advantage on all the checks as well, and you know it because you are a bard. So
Awesome.
That's a good thing I didn't try that shit.
oh yeah.
Yeah, when you picked it up, before you said I'm gonna hand it to Crixus, I'm like, oh, this will be interesting.
I mean, I have +4 on performance, but it's definitely not probably your +10 or 12, whatever you have.
Yeah, +11.
Yeah.
So.
You guys got a very, in that, you got a very noble sense, honestly, Crixus, with your experience with holy and spirits and such things. Those spirits have been hanging around in this theater waiting for this show to end since this city crashed. You get the feeling the musicians went down with the ship, so to speak. They didn't panic. They pulled Titanic musicians on the deck. If we're going down, we're going to go down doing what we love.
It's been good playing with you guys.
Yep, exactly. And you get that feeling about this entire room that these people and these spirits were bound to this moment until the show was over.
Are there any runes on the walls or anything in this particular tower?
Nope. Just a lot of spirits put to rest. You felt a great relief when they all went to Crixus. There was a resting of energy in that moment.
Very cool.
I don't know if it's sacrilegious, but generally people who go see the theater are dressed well, but do we loot the bodies?
I wouldn't look.
You would look everything you find.
No, I would not look.
Oh, you would not look?
I would not look.
I mean, it might be worth a detect magic.
That's right. You are
I am the opposite of Aaron.
You are Doug, you're not Aranon. Aranon would have gone and looked.
Aranon would have been looking while the music was playing.
Yeah. Probably would have shit his pants when the audience stood up.
I'll spend a detect magic to just make sure there isn't anything that we should be collecting here. Again, kind of like I'll walk around. Just make sure.
Looking around, walking up and down the aisles, you find a lot of you could start going and pulling jewelry and stuff.
Yeah, I'd be looking more for just with detect magic, looking for magical things.
There doesn't seem to be anything magical here. You get the sense that this is we spend so much time with magic, being wizards and a magical city, that this is an escape from that to something more analog. And there isn't even like remnants of magic in the theater itself. You do not find anything. If there is to find anything magical.
All right. Well, Doug would lose interest real quick and get
after
back
the show is over.
Yeah,
Doug's done.
Yep, I'm done.
What's next?
I would actually say out loud, all right, enough distractions. We need to finish this. We need to find the next tower. And I would start walking to the I would start walking with the loot in my hand, still lit, to the exit, and not even thinking that Crixus may not be following.
What
Crixus,
area was that, John?
That was
That was
Y27.
27.
Yeah, those organ pipes
Oh, yeah.
coming off the roof. Crixus, you are left standing there, touched in this moment, and for some reason, it feels right to keep the baton.
Oh.
Something inside you is telling you to keep that.
I'll make that note. That makes sense.
All right, so going back out. Well, are you following Crixus?
Yep.
He does eventually. He's the last one out.
So-
Doug goes.
I'll take my
Valine
loot
eventually
back as
follows
soon as
Doug.
I catch up to Doug.
Yep.
I'm thinking maybe we go to the right. I can't read the number on my
Right.
screen, but
Y24, the far right, the far east.
not the furthest one, but the one that's kind of surrounded by snow. Almost looks like a open
Y25.
garage. Is it 25?
Yeah, 25.
Just south of
It's-
the other
Oh,
tower.
okay. Oh, and I'm
Yeah.
looking at the
I just-
compass wrong. I was thinking true north, and the compass is skewed.
He said right.
Yeah. So go straight north from where we were then, but just kind of because with the way the snow is kind of blocking that off, it might be good to just, finish this portion,
Yeah.
this area, before we wander off somewhere else.
I would, as
So-
you guys walk over to Y25, I would take a quick flight to Y28. Because I would notice it looks like a ball or a globe above the peak, and I would be curious as to what that globe is.
Do we do
right.
Y24 or not?
Did you?
No,
do
we did
Um,
not get there yet.
You did
Okay.
not get
So
24 yet.
Y25, then Y24.
Oh wait, 24. Okay. Yeah. No. Nope. You did not do 24 yet. So
Okay.
you're doing Y25.
Yep.
Y25. As you approach, there's 4 basalt columns that support this huge mirrored dome, which reflects all the tallest spires and the cavern's vast stalactites. Looking, there's a couple of bodies floating inside this dome. There are doors at the bases of these columns. But inside this dome, you see 2 different bodies just floating in there.
They like floating in the air.
Yeah. They look like they were
Are they-
meditating. Like they were kneeling. And they got their hands on their knees. Their eyes are closed. They're just floating like 4 or 5 feet off of the base of the dome.
Do you think we should disturb them?
Yeah, they could be holding cool magic items, right? I mean, they're dead, right?
I don't know if they're dead.
Okay, wait a second then.
Doug's gonna fly back to the group.
We're not trying to pick a fight, right? Can we tell if these individuals are intentionally flying or if they're just floating around like
looks
dead bodies
intentional.
in
They're-
space?
It looks intentional. They're in the same position. And Doug coming back, you kind of mentioned that they're all, and let me set this up a little better. You can see it's glass. And it's got a mirrored sheen to it, but you can see through it a little bit. And that's where you see these bodies, Doug. And there seems to be like the base of this whole thing is square, and there seems to be pods in there. And the couple of bodies you see in there are on their knees, floating in like these, like, think cubicles, but without a desk in it, and they're kind of floating off the ground in their own little cubicles.
Okay.
There is no way to get in from the dome itself, Doug. There's no windows or anything. Well, not that you can climb through. This whole dome is kind of a mirrored window that you can just see through. Like I said, the doors are in the legs that are holding it up.
I'm gonna knock on the window, like try to get their attention.
Nothing happens. It's almost as if they weren't present in their mind.
All right. Can I check one of the doors? Investigation
Sure.
for traps and see if it's locked. All that fun stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
26.
There is nothing. No traps, and amazingly, this door is unlike any door you've met here. This structure must have been built very well because this door functions perfectly fine. Turn the knob, it opens up, it's not locked. There's stairs ascending the column.
All right. I will enter and ascend the stairs.
I'll follow.
Ascending the stairs, you eventually come out to the large room. Crixus, are you going with them? Are you staying
Yeah.
outside?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go with.
Valine and the professor will follow then as well. You get to the top, it's a large square room. You see the dome overhead, and you see these cubicle areas. There seems to be like a reception desk or something. And then it just opens up behind them. And you can see them floating now. They're floating above the cubicle line by like 4 feet or so. Just suspended in air and time. They, like I said, there is that reception desk there. Yeah, that's what's in front of you.
Yeah, I'll check out the reception desk, see if there's any like person
Looks like
behind
there's
it or
sign-in sheet. There's a person sitting behind it in a chair, slumped over backwards, head's kind of lolled back. There's a sign-in book at the top. They're looking around on the backside. It looks like there's like a schedule book or something with time slots, various list of names, stuff.
I'm gonna go check on the person to see if they're sleeping or alive.
Right. You go around and check on the person. When you go to the cubicle, you notice the cubicle's numbered. About that same time, Jacob, you're looking in the book and you see the time slots are assigned to individual cubes. So there's a schedule for every cube.
okay.
Searching around on the desk, it's not hard to find. You find a stack of liability waivers. That and reading through it, you find that the organizers of this institution state that they are not responsible for any separation of the soul to the mind. That you take this at your own risk. Resting while your spirit does your work can be dangerous. And you basically, Jacob, spending about 10 minutes here looking at this, figure out that this is a place where wizards would come and they would essentially meditate while their spirits went and did all the crap they needed to do for the day. Kind of like a daycare for your body.
I can't even think of a good title for that.
No.
I mean,
go for it, but I'm like, wow, this
take
is
care
a really
for your
wild
body is
place.
kind of funny, but
Doug, as you're sitting over there, you get kind of close to it. You can get there, you get there and you see it, the human figure just sitting there cross-legged in a very serene, meditative pose, just floating in the air.
does the
Completely
body
happy.
look like same thing, like it's been here for thousands of years,
No,
decayed, or does it look like it's?
Body looks fantastic shape.
Mm.
These look like well preserved bodies. These two that you see floating here, a man and a woman. Longish robes, think like pantsuit type thing, where if they were standing, it's clearly pants, but if they were standing, it would look like a robe.
Mm.
Both gently smiling, eyes closed.
I wonder if their spirits are still here. I'll convey the liability and some assumptions on what that means. That maybe their spirit's still hanging around doing chores.
Okay.
Slap them.
I'm just gonna
slap them. Backhand.
I'm just gonna shrug and be like, I don't have time for this shit. And I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna start walking out.
Okay.
These may be living bodies of people who can direct us. I mean, they may know where all the sayings. They may know the octad.
Well, if you wake them up, find that out. Let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna try and wake one up, Jacob?
Crixus, what are you doing? Being quiet.
Watching.
Crixus doesn't look happy.
Okay.
Just watching.
He's in full observation mode.
All right. I'll go to the male one and try to like pull him down to the floor and maybe shake him a little bit.
Okay, so you grab his leg. Do you hang on to anything when you reach? There seems to be like you feel the air change. Like your finger goes through it and there's like a magical change there. Do you grab onto anything before you go much further with your hand?
I would not have expected to have to, so I'm gonna go with no.
Okay, so you reach your hand in there and you grab them, and you feel yourself start to float a little bit.
Okay, this is weird.
It's lifting you off the ground. Do you do anything before your head goes through?
Yeah, I think I'd let go before my head goes through.
Okay. You let go and you start sinking back to the ground.
Well, that was interesting. Think we can get him out of there?
Looking around on the cubicle wall, there is a series of runes. There is one that is green, that is lit up. There's one that's red, that's dull. And then there's one that is it's like a bluish hue to it that is just kind of pulsing a little bit.
Do they look like buttons? Like I can push them, or
touch them? That might magically interact with you somehow.
What do you think, Crixus? Blue or red? It's like green's
Blue.
already on.
Blue.
All right. I'll tap the blue one.
You tap the blue one. There is a sudden downforce of air onto you, pushing the body out of the magic. It hits the ground and ages thousands of years in about 10 seconds. And a body similar to what you saw in the theater is now laying at your feet. A panel slides up from the far side of the cubicle, and a bar comes and sweeps its way through the cubicle. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as the thing is about to take you off your feet.
It's a good thing I left, otherwise you'd have +4.
It was really good, but it's still a 15.
You jump the bar as it sweeps the body out and down a trap door on the far side of the cubicle, cleaning the floor off. It says, cleaning initiative engaged. Exit the cube. Doors will seal in 5.
Yeah, run
4,
out.
3.
Gone.
You run out. Door seals behind you.
Gone.
And you guys see a gout of flame just cleanse what looks to, and now you can see the edges of all these rise up magically beyond the cubicles. And this whole large column just cleans itself out with fire. There's a whirring sound and sucking sound like a vacuum. There is water then that pours through. And then the sound of a lot of wind. And then the door slides open. Cleaning mode complete.
Sounds like they
Nice.
flushed.
Ready for
like
new
a toilet flush.
customer.
I guess that guy's. Guess they're glad that guy signed the waiver. All right, I think I'm left with more questions than answers.
Right.
But I do not want that to happen to the other person, so I'm not going to push any more buttons. I think I'm going to look at Crixus and then start following Doug.
So, Doug, where are you headed now?
I'm out. I'm
You're heading out? Okay.
Yeah, I'm down at the bottom of the stairs. I'm getting ready to take flight to go.
Which direction are you guys heading?
We're going
I'm aware for
north
next
to
time.
Y24.
Y24?
Four.
Y24. Let me just take one peek at Y24 real quick. Yeah, we'll start with Y24. As
It might
you
take
guys,
us a bit to get there. Is it completely snowed in?
it's going to be difficult terrain to go through there. It's going to take you a little bit to get to Y24.
All right. I might have
there
a solution for that, but
there will be some snow trudging to get there. But as you leave the tower, Jacob, you're still a little rattled, and you kind of look back at it, and you see a spirit walk into the door that you guys exited. Looks very similar to a body that may have just aged several thousand years.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well,
So you feel like you killed him?
Stop right there.
I mean, we haven't found any live people here. That was the closest thing we had. So, yeah, I don't know. Probably should have checked the inventory book and seen what his name was. We can pour one out for him later.
I mean, sure.
Goes a shot of the phoenix right into the gutter.
All right. We are Two Nerds One Quest. We are here every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Thank you, Mr. DMJC, for that excellent storytelling. I feel like we got a lot accomplished today.
Oh yeah, it feels that way.
We shall be back next week? Question mark.
Should be.
Yeah. We'll say we're back next week.
It's hit and
Yeah.
miss with us, especially.
There's one more week before Memorial Weekend, so
Yeah.
Good deal. Okay, so we'll be here next week, Sunday, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Let others know about the show. Let others know about the podcast. This is put out in podcast form on Monday mornings. This will be available for patrons usually by about noon. The podcast is up for patrons. Patreon.com/2nerds1quest. If you would like to join, take a peek. $1 a month gets you the unedited podcast. So that's 4 shows a month. If we do 4 shows a month, gets you the pre-show content and the post-show content. We also have a shop, which all of our links you can go to. Wow, I haven't said this in a while. bit.ly/OurFunDiscord for all of our links. I believe I need to add that link in there yet, but I will do that. Got some coffee mugs and stuff like that. So check it out. The biggest thing you can do is wherever you get your podcast from is give us a review and a rating. That helps the podcast get found by others. So if you get it on Google Play or Apple, whatever, it's not iTunes anymore, whatever Apple's podcast is, give it a rating and a review. Let others know how much you love it. Even if you don't, tell them that you do. 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever the max number of stars is. Give it to them. Give it to us. Give it Give it to me.
Give it to me, baby.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Uh huh.
On that note, for me, for Lace Dragon, for the Cooch, and Mr. DMJC, we shall catch you next week.
Three of the 8.
I'm not sure what that sound effect was.
Correct clues.
Lucky and good.
Yeah.
All right, if
Good
you're in
book.
chat, go to this link I just put in here, tomamnorm.showbot.tv. We're going to vote on some show titles.
Titles look like today.
I wasn't putting as many in, so I didn't see. But
Let's see. D&D show about
Still a bunch of them in here.
Crixus the stud finder. 8 guys named Tad. I like that. Oh wow.
All right, so we got, I'm going to read these out. We got Crixus the Stud Finder, 8 guys named Tad, the door is a door, the tower is made of people, Crixus won't get fooled again. Yeah! Cast light on your loot, haunting performance indeed, a real Titanic situation here.
Oh man.
Let my love open the door. Cast light on your loot makes me think of that for some reason. Let my love open the door.
I gotta make it. Might as well make it difficult, right?
You guys are all jerks. Can't even
Right.
get it right and choose one title. You gotta choose all sorts of different titles. Thank you to whoever voted in chat.
Otherwise, I have a feeling they would have voted for different titles.
Yeah, there's a lot of good titles. So yeah, if you're
Could
in
have
chat,
voted.
go to that link, vote, click on a title.
You guys are going to Y24.
Mm-hmm.
What is in Y24? Oh, interesting.
oh, good, good.
Well, now you at least kind of know what we're doing over the course of next week. Uh-oh.
Oh
I
no.
wanted to do this tower so bad. I love that. Oh my god. Oh, you guys are in for a fun. You guys are in for a fun tower.
Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Great.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to say about that.
I will tell you this because you are looking towards the tower that there is a pink light that pours outside the highest window. So there's a bit of a pattern. Seems.
Yep.
Ooh, I've been holding that for a while. Excuse me.
The other thing I've been noticing too is that the towers tend to have like, if you look at them, they have like glyphs on them. From what I can see.
Yeah.
Kind of, but this one on Y24 does not. Huh. All right, looks like 8 guys named Tad is the
That's the way to go.
is the title. I like that one. That one made me chuckle. So what are you
I
guys
think
up
it's
to
a good one.
with the rest of your day?
Cutting the grass. Adrian's mom is in town for a little bit yet this morning, so we're gonna do a big breakfast, and it'll be a good time.
There are things I look forward to when I read them. This is one of probably my favorite things I've read. I am so excited by this next room.
Oh
The next
man,
tower.
he's happy like when he's happy like when there's a whole town full of mimics.
it's just a really, really interesting. God, and as I read more of it, I'm going, holy shit, it's even cooler. Yeah.
Perfect.
Is it next Sunday yet?
Let me hit this. So we went here. So we've done. You guys
So we
can
kind
go
of
to
we skipped the 2 in the middle, like in the front
yeah
middle.
20
I can't see it.
29.
And this
So
is
you
the
went around.
last thing on this side, not counting the 2 in the back.
Yeah, 20 and 21. Yeah.
Which, it's funny because, I don't know if the order of the numbers matches the order you're supposed to go through them in, but we've definitely
No.
thrown that out the window.
No, you guys went right instead of left, and that's fine. So we do 24, and then I don't know which direction. Yeah, can you actually give me some direction? Do you think you'll do 24, 21, and 20?
That would be my recommendation because it wouldn't
Just
make
keep going
sense.
that way.
Yeah, it
Keep
wouldn't
going
make
around the
sense to
city
go
that way,
back the way we
Yep.
came. Yeah.
and then when you come back around, maybe do 28 and 29 last. The 2 you skipped.
Yeah, if we need to, yeah.
If you need to.
Yeah, and when we get to
Then
that
I'll-
snow, it's likely that Jacob's going to use his new spell
Okay.
to help us get across it, conjure animals, either a snow walking animal or a flying animal, so that we can keep up with Doug.
Fun.
So we don't waste
Yeah,
a whole
that-
bunch of time without snowshoes.
Yeah, that domed place was literally a place where the elite of Ythrin would go there and meditate, and their spirit would leave their body and do their chores for them around the city, of like go grocery shopping and whatnot.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see that if someone was in there when the thing crashed and they've been living here ever since, or if that was someone who's been
Yeah.
stuck here and then pushing the button just made him catch up with reality and just.
It would have been interesting had you gone inside, like had you let your head go through, you would have separated from your body,
Yeah, I kind of figured that might happen.
which would have been a interesting thing.
That seems like
That
a
was
terrible idea.
that was a 60-40 decision there. Like I almost said, yeah, let's see what happens, but I'm like, I like Jacob too much to do that.
Yeah, I may want Jacob to guest whenever he does find his way back to Eberron.
Hmm.
Oh, my idea. That whole idea that we did with
Are we
Snooker
still
and
on?
Jan.
Yeah, we're still on. Do you want me to take us off?
Oh, no, this isn't.
Okay. This is cool post show stuff.
Yeah, this is fun stuff for people. I mean, if you want to take us off, you can, and put that with the whatchamajigger. The I don't know if you still record this, and that would go out to the patrons.
So it would be in the VOD, and then I don't stop recording audio until I literally shut us down.
Okay. So it's up to you whether you want people to see it publicly or if you want the patrons. But my idea for continuing things.
Sure, we'll take it offline. We'll give it to the patrons.
Patrons? Okay, cool.
All right, later, peeps.
Catch you all later.
We'll